Hey guys, it's JC Theater Yu-Gi-Oh here, and I just wanted to say in this little foreword before we get started on the rest of the video that because of the new Yu-Gi-Oh video game coming out for the Switch later this month, I decided to make this two-part video describing all of the cards that have come out as video game promos up until this point that have not been reprinted outside of being video game promos. I thought this was an interesting concept and idea, and I genuinely wanted to find out for myself as well as make a video about it. So after research, I decided to make this a two-parter because it was enough content to do so, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much. Blue Eyes White Dragon is one of the most universally recognized icons from the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise. One of the most expensive versions of this card is known as the DDS Blue Eyes, a card exclusively given out with the purchase of the first series print of the first North American Yu-Gi-Oh video game, Dark Duel Stories, back in early 2002. Released alongside two other cards, Dark Magician and Exodia, this first set of three promotional or promo cards has set a precedence for future Yu-Gi-Oh video games that has continued all the way to the physical release of Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution, coming later this summer 2019. The unique thing about Yu-Gi-Oh video game promos is that they are usually the initial release or import of a card from the OCG to the TCG, basically making the purchase of the video game the only way to initially obtain a copy of that card. I say initially because oftentimes these promos do eventually get reprinted, usually in lower rarities within the side sets to give all players a chance to obtain these rare cards. There have been instances though where Konami has overlooked certain video game exclusive cards, usually due to the lack of playability or collectability. In layman's terms, today's list is comprised of some of the oldest, most unique Yu-Gi-Oh cards that aren't good enough to see play competitively, nor are iconic enough for people to want to collect them. In essence, these are the promos forgotten in the realm of TCG promo obscurity. I'm JC Theater Yu-Gi-Oh, and today I'm going to discuss with you every TCG video game promo that has not been reprinted outside of their initial release. Part 1. The oldest card that has not been reprinted from its initial release as a video game promo is Seal of the Ancients, which was included in the 2004 PC game Power of Chaos Kaiba the Revenge. This prismatic secret rare normal spell card lets you pay 1,000 life points in order to see every face-down card your opponent controls. This is similar to the card Mine Haxors, which is a trap that lets you not only see everything on your opponent's field, but also everything in their hand as well. If you ever really want to know what you're up against and don't like surprises, you're better off losing some speed and using the trap to gain more information for the cost of less life points. Released just 6 months later, Destiny Board Traveler for the Game Boy Advance contained two cards who have not seen the reprint treatment, that being EMES the Infinity and Twin-Headed Beast. EMES is a 2 tribute requiring brute with 2500 attack and 2000 defense, with the ability to gain 700 attack whenever it destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard. Definitely power crept to all heck, but maybe it can be a spicy tech for Cyber Dragon since it's a light machine. I don't know if Konami has truly forgotten about this background character of a card though. You see, it's funny to me that this card has made more than a few appearances in the GX anime, but each instance it was literally a card shown on the screen briefly in stacks of cards or in Crowler's hand, never actually seeing play in the show, just like in real life. Twin-Headed Beast is a level 6 fire, beast monster with 1700 attack and 1900 defense. Its effect simply allows it to attack twice per battle phase. It's not worth the tribute summon. Its defense stat being higher than its attack stat makes me gag at its poor card design, and ultimately, though the effect matching the artwork and theme of the card is nice, twin head attack twice makes sense, it's just not worth playing in any kind of deck. Released in late 2004, a month after Destiny Board Traveler, Capsule Monster Coliseum made waves on the PS2. 2 of the 3 promo cards in the set were never reprinted, Inferno Hammer, and Tiva. Inferno Hammer is a level 6 Dark Fiend with 2400 attack and 0 defense. Similar to our friend EMES, when he destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the grave, he can activate his effect, which in this case is to target an opponent's monster and flip it face down. Two glaring issues with this effect is that it can't let you choose your own monsters, which might help you out in certain strategies, and the effect of flipping your opponent's monster face down is usually best when used disruptively during your opponent's turn, not during your own battle phase. It is pretty decent though, since it lets you beat over high attack, weak defense monsters, but on a level 6, not worth it. And I'm not even going to mention Link monsters in this. This card was shown in GX once as part of an old deck Alexis Rhodes played. She's not playing it anymore, and nor is anyone else for that matter. Tiva is a level 5 light warrior with 2000 attack and 1500 defense that prevents your opponent from attacking the turn after he was successfully tribute summoned. Though he allows for some stalling, the fact that you must tribute summon him means he does not actually net you any field advantage, and unless you're running the meta-defining Final Countdown deck, prolonging the game one more round will not help out many strategies that this card may be a part of. This card did make it into the second GX opening, so at least it has that going for it. Masked Chopper is a level 1 Earth Fiend with a 100-100 stat line and has the distinction of being the only card not reprinted from the 2007 Nintendo DS Classic Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Spirit Caller. It's the third card on this list with a battle effect, but the 3-year difference doesn't restrict it to just destroying and sending to grave. If it destroys a monster by battle period, your opponent takes 2000 burn damage. Obviously, with 100 attack, this is pretty difficult to get off on its own, so equips and other support cards will be necessary to utilize this one. Being level 1 and therefore not requiring a tribute makes this card a potential weird turbo deck focus, plus it looks like that guy from Full Metal Alchemist. I like it. Released in the beginning of 2008, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force Evolution wanted to allow any purchaser to be able to play Nurse Burn with its 3 promos. Though Nurse Refueled was reprinted due to its errata, Dark Cure and Brutal Potion were not as lucky. Dark Cure is a continuous trap that has your opponent gain life points equal to the attack of any monster they summon. If they summon multiple at one time, you can choose which monster's attack will be used for this effect, so that's neat, I guess. I'm not too familiar with the Nurse Burn strategy, but at least on paper it seems pretty decent if set on turn 1. Brutal Potion is so old it says that it becomes an equip card and equips to a monster. Once per turn, that equipped monster gains 1000 attack if you burn your opponent at all. It's cute, but I see why it hasn't been on Konami's radar. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been part 1, which is going to be dual monsters through Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and then next Friday, we're going to kick right off with Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's promo cards. If you like the content you see, please consider subscribing. It helps me out a ton. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm JC Theater Yu-Gi-Oh! See ya!